Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am back with some more Street Fighter content. It's been a little bit since I uploaded on the channel, but Street Fighter 6 is around the corner, so it's time to get back on the grind. More frequent uploads are coming soon with Street Fighter 6 stuff. But today, I want to talk about Chris Tatarian. If you know who he is, Chris T. He is a Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, and now Street Fighter 6 Ken player. In the non-release versions of the game so far, Chris T has been very dominant in the Street Fighter 6 closed beta, open beta tournaments. He's pretty much won, or at least gotten close to winning all the ones he's entered. And this one is no exception. He is fighting against Guile, which is another very strong character in this game, or at least in the beta version. Bryan-D, he's from DR.
Until we get the official game.
So we're gonna take a look at the set, talk about Ken, talk about Guile, talk about the game overall. If you haven't seen, I assume if you're watching this video, you know a little bit about the game. You probably tried the open beta at least.
Of the letters, let's see who's gonna take it. Grand finals of the beta tournament. Let's get it.
So right off the bat, we can talk about these characters just for a brief second. Ken, very, very strong. He kind of has a little bit of everything. He has good damage, good corner carry, side swap combos, reversal, fireball, good normals. He has a pretty good overall kit in this game. Guile, on the other hand, is also very strong. His Sonic Boom pressure and his neutral is incredibly difficult to deal with. Sonic Boom recovers very fast in this game, making it very hard to react to Boom and jumping in on him. It's a lot of like preemptive game in order to get close on him, which you're going to see from Chris T here. But yeah, both very strong characters. I would say 1 and 2. I would say Guile's probably a little bit better than Ken, but Ken is right behind them. I would say the best and the second best character in the beta.
So hot getting 3-0. Bryan-D gotta come back from the brink.
And the good thing with Ken too is he has the best light confirms in the game so far. His stand light kick is very strong and goes into DP, goes into Tatsu. So his light pressure is very, very strong. You can see a lot of that standing medium kick too. It's very good for him in neutral.
Unfortunately, this nickel and dime is not.
You're also going to see a lot of neutral jumping and a lot of parrying against Guile, because if you don't parry in this game, especially against fireball characters like Guile, you're going to lose a lot of your drive gauge at the very top, right underneath the health bar, if you don't know. That is huge, because if you don't have that, you can't do EX moves, can't do reversals, can't do any of the drive mechanics, so you're really going to need that in order to survive against Guile. Especially if you have, like, if you don't have that much meter, you get in on Guile, like, your offense will be pretty weak, or it's going to be very
Nothing makes you
quick.
feel sillier than when you you try to jump the boom and it's the slowest one. You're like, oh my god.
It's like, oh, it's a light one.
Nice EXDP. If you don't know, EX moves cost 2 drive bars in this game. It doesn't affect the bottom bar at all. The bottom bar is solely for supers. There's level 1, level 2, and level 3 in the game. Oh, nice. Like I mentioned there, right? And you got to anticipate the fireball. Guile's Sonic Booms are very fast,
Jump in, big damage,
so you really have to kind of anticipate what he's going to do. You really can't react to them just like that, right?
Bryan-D, though, is now in burnout, and Chris T
feeling that he was going to do boom there,
fall.
anticipates it, does drive impacts. Drive impact has 3 hits of armor on it, so it's a nice answer to kind of stop the boom pressure.
Oh, he thought he had to confirm, but all we could do is confirm the time.
Again, with the drive impact, you kind of have to do it preemptively on Guile because you can react afterwards. But it is good to kind of threaten drive impact against Guile, just because, you know, you don't want him to spam boom all the time and you're just constantly trying to get in. You want to make him scared of that drive impact, so you definitely want to, you know, threaten it here and there. Not get too careless with it, but, you know, make it so he's not so automatic when throwing out Sonic Booms.
Coming through with the 2. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that fireball game, it's you know, it's Guile's world, right? Especially that he has Sonic Blade again, which from Street Fighter 5, giving him 3 hits on his fireball, making it so you really can't challenge. Or I believe it's 2 hits actually, making it impossible to challenge if you have EX fireball. So you kind of have to neutral jump, parry here and there. You're really not beating him in the fireball war, to be honest, unless you're Guile himself, obviously. But Chris T getting in finally. You're going to see he kind of plays as, like, you know, he's not super close to him, but not too far. Keeping that middle ground, trying to find something just like that. Trying to find some sort of whiff on Bryan just so he can get in. And also, if you don't know, throw loops are in the game. Almost every character besides Chun in the beta has throw loops. So offense in this game is pretty scary. There's a lot to worry about so far. Especially if you have like a lot of multiple options on offense. If you have like command throw, stuff like that. So you have like command throw, regular throw, drive impact, drive rush. You got a lot to deal with in this game offensively. So, or you have a lot to deal with defensively. So I would say early on, offense can be pretty strong.
It's just these corner, positions that Chris T works on that is so strong. Dragon Lash for the plus frames, and the fact that he's so good about
right there.
Works on that is so strong. Dragon Lash for the plus frames.
So that move he does, that new move, is plus, I believe 1 or 2.
Positions that Chris T
this new move, this I think it's called Dragon Lash.
Works on that is so.
And you see that light pressure going on there, right? A lot of light buttons you can press. Ken has really good light pressure, which is good to drain the drive meter from your opponent. How much did he take away from there, actually? Let's go back one more time. I'm just curious. I want to see where he ends up. So about right here. Yeah, almost takes away just a bar from just that little sequence of light attacks. So
he backs off so that he knows when he goes in, he can
that's a walk or throw.
Get that W.
Yeah, Chris T maintaining that perfect spacing just to make so Bryan-D whiffs something, threatens drive impact, can drive rush potentially if Bryan-D gets too passive. Bryan-D working his way out with those immaculate Guile normals. Guile normals are really strong, especially his medium kicks. You can't drive impact out of medium kicks, but on counter hit and even regular hit, they have a lot of hit stuns, so you can combo out of them. Or you can hit for him. Oh, messes up. Gets the... Okay. Nice block on that. If he didn't block that, he would have probably died. And also, drive impact, it does require HP. It's like an armor move. So you can't do it. Let me go back. You can't do it if you have low HP. So Christie already recognizes that. So obviously he's threatening drive impact to the point where he can't really drive impact back. He'd have to like parry or super him. But obviously it's early in the game right now, so people's like mindset, like their automatic responses to drive impact back. But Bryan-D wasn't paying attention to his HP. So he died. That's why he dies in this situation. Doesn't have enough health to answer back with his own drive impact.
That scenario.
Jumping denied. EXDP in response.
Chris T letting those EXDP fly also.
Dude, just an absolute brawl back and forth between the two. Gets the jump.
Doing EX reversals are pretty dangerous in this game because if you block them, you're going to lose 2 bars off the bat, and then probably you're going to lose an extra bar and a lot of health. So doing reversals in this game are pretty dangerous. Also, another big thing in this game is like spending your level 3, regardless of what happens, because you're basically gaining a bar and they're gonna lose a bar and you're doing a lot of damage. So there doesn't seem to be a wrong time to do level 3s in this game. So don't be afraid to let those level 3s fly. Don't feel like you have to save your meter for anything. Just kind of, at least right now it seems like spending it is the best answer.
Unreal. And Bryan again is continuing to make good adaptations and is keeping.
So Christie up 2. Bryan is coming from loser, so if he wins this game, tournament is over.
I think Bryan's really focused on the ground a bit too much. I want to see more command normals and more like flash kicks, but it's hard because
nice to confirm.
The ground pressure has been fantastic. His shimmy game is really good, and you know what happens when you put him in the corner.
Yeah, those throw loops. Oh, nice response.
But yeah, there we go. Bryan reacting.
Yeah, like I mentioned, a lot. Also, big point too. If you're ever in this situation, you drive impact and you're in the corner, you can make 2 decisions. Usually, if you are going to kill, obviously do the best damage you can to kill. But in this situation where Chris T has basically full HP, you're better off just throwing them in the corner and creating suppressed situations. Because also Chris T's meter, his drive meter isn't that high. So he has potential to get burned out here, and Bryan-D would be in a really good situation. So he tries to hit the loops, for the Guile loops, but a little bit too far. Yeah, Bryan-D really making it difficult to get Chris T out of the corner, and he's going to win the round off of this too. So ultimately it was a good decision to just throw him in the corner and just create pressure in the corner for Chris T.
Long road, but
So yeah, be sure to throw them in the corner if you get a drive impact.
after the rush.
If you're not going to kill, obviously. Oh, big point right here. If you don't know, for all the Ken fanatics. This is a safe jump also. Oh, let me back up just a little bit more so you can see. So out of this run-up Tatsu, right here, if you hit the corner, you can do a safe jump here. So he decides to do the fake out and try to go for a throw. But if you want the safe jump option, you just jump here. You neutral jump, you do jumping heavy punch. But he decided to do jumping medium punch to kind of fake out and get the throw. But Bryan-D was aware. Gets the tech.
Interrupts the rush.
Oh, nice. Nice anticipation on the boom.
Not looking so good for a Guile player when they're not
Ken's jumping heavy punch too is a pretty good jump in. It reaches down pretty quickly. So
Time to block that time though.
you have a little bit extra time to punish a boom. Oh, nice jumping again. You see how Christie kind of, it's a lot of anticipation on the boom. So he's making Bryan-D scared to kind of throw him out as much, which is what you have to do. It's not really reacting to boom, at least in this current version of the game. I don't know how the final version is going to be, if they're going to add more recovery to boom. But at least in the beta, you really had to anticipate boom and not really react to it. Because it was pretty much like, it was incredibly hard to stop him if you were just trying to react to boom. He recovers way too fast in this version. Nice block, nice punish. Again, spend that level 3. There's no point not spending it right now. Take away some drive meter from them, you get a lot of damage. It's like basically 40% right there.
Drive rush.
Cuts him in half pretty much.
And
right back at him. Hit him with that level 3.
Level 3, well spent to get that bar back here for Bryan-D and kill the bar.
Guile's level 1 is also very good too, to be honest. Some people don't do it as often, but like his heavy punch version leaves you about like plus 20 something. You get run-up pressure afterwards, which is pretty rare for a level 1, to be honest. But Bryan-D obviously cashing on the level 3 because Christie's very weak.
He's back in this. Absolutely. Having multiple drive rushes in a row with the way that we've seen he's been able to combo.
Christie slowly working his way. Gets punished though. Tries to anticipate a boom there, but no flash kick for your troubles. So Bryan-D gets one on the board. Christie's still on tournament point here.
Okay, the chip out, you know, the burnout, I mean, eating away at the drive gauge and the health.
Nice.
Bryan-D's having these fat leads.
Bryan-D anticipating Christie's jump ins and drive impacts a little bit more. So it makes Guile so difficult to deal with in this version of the game. If it's a good Guile player, they're gonna start adapting to your reads on Sonic Boom's gonna change it up. Nice punish. That's a big thing with Guile too. Ooh, that was crazy. Guile's EX flash kick is a 5-frame startup, so that's actually his best 5-frame punish. And because it reaches really far, it makes it a very go-to option for punishes on 5 frames. But Christie dominating this round. Bryan-D put himself in burnout a little bit too quick. And burnout in the corner is like almost death. Like it's very difficult to get out. Especially if you have like no resources, you're pretty much dead. You're gonna get stunned at least and take a lot of damage. Damn, that was a crazy punish. I don't know what the startup on that is. It might be 5 frames too. That was super aware of the frame data there by Christie.
There's so much trouble here.
Oh, that is one answer though. Level 1s in the game, you don't know. I think all level 1s so far, they are strike-inable, which means you're going to beat throws, you're going to beat normals, you're going to beat drive impact. So if you are in burnout, but you have level 1 available, you're going to want to react with level 1 on drive impact instead of doing drive impact back. Because obviously you can't do it when you're in burnout. So that's going to be your answer. So don't think you're screwed if you have no meter. If you have no drive meter, you can do level 1, level 2, level 3 against drive impacts.
Plus frames gets the sweep. You sweep in that situation.
And throws.
No way.
Ooh, whiffs.
All the chin ride kicks. Trying to make it
yeah, Bryan-D is in trouble here. One throw.
Walk up throw.
And again, right? Again, same situation. Christie very aware. He knows Bryan-D doesn't have enough HP and just takes advantage of him. But Bryan-D, obviously, you know, early in the game, like I mentioned before, your automatic response, if you've been playing the beta quite a bit, is to just drive impact back. But
it's not enough.
he doesn't have the HP to do it. So Christie, convincing tournament win. But yeah, hopefully you can see a little bit of the strength from Guile and Ken. They're both very, very strong. We'll see in the final game. Final game comes out in a couple days. But yeah, more Street Fighter 6 content coming soon. And definitely some more tournament match analysis coming soon. But let me know in the comments what you guys want to see from me for Street Fighter 6. Take it easy. I'll see you guys in the game.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。